Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. I rearranged my pantry and I inventoried everything that was in it. And I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like. Not to show off, but to allow you to see what you can do with an 8 by 9 square foot space. So 72 square feet, right? That's 8 times 9, 72, I think it is. So this room here is 72 square feet. It's 8 feet from the door to the wall, and then it's 9 feet from the inside wall to the outside wall. Okay, and as you can see, if you've seen my pantry video before, you'll see I built all these shelves here and everything. But I wanted to show you how I organized everything. And as you can see in the title, this room actually holds more than 2.5 million calories, all right? There's a lot of calories in here that I did not count because I consider them to be very empty calories, like my spirits. I didn't count those calories, okay? So those calories are not in there. All of the calories that I counted, the 2.5 million, are calories that can sustain you, all right? They're either protein, fats, or carbohydrates. All right, so before we start, I wanted to go ahead and get some things out of the way first. Okay, you guys will notice that yes, I do stack some of my jars on top of the other. All right, I know that's supposed to be a no-no. I've been doing it for years. I've never once had a problem. All right, you'll see that. Okay, another question that I get quite often is, what is that tin foil doing wrapped around the jar? When I moved to this house, this is one of the jars that moved here with me. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that no sunlight would hit the product inside the jar, so I wrapped them in tin foil. Okay. Another question that I get is, why do you leave your lids on your jars? Okay, like you can see my jars here. I just do that for storage purposes. It's easier for me to leave the lids on. So that I don't have to have an additional box to keep lids. But as you can see, they're loose. All right, I don't tighten them, they're loose. And before I eat anything out of the jar, I always follow the 3-step rule, which is to look at the food. Does it look like it's supposed to look? Okay. Then I open it. When I open it, is there a suction? Is there a vacuum in there? Okay. Then I smell it, and then I taste it. Okay, if all of those things check out, that product is good and I'll be fine with feeding it to my family. Okay, so I think those are all the questions that I normally get. Okay, so we're going to go row by row so I can show you. This here is where I have most of my proteins. As you can see, I have a lot of jarred chicken. Right, this chicken is back from 2015. All right, so we're using this chicken first before we use our top chicken. This was canned in 2016. And the reason I have paper towels here is because I didn't want to put more jars on these, not because I'm afraid of putting jars on top of them, but because I didn't want to put that much weight on the shelf. Okay, as you can see, these down here, these are pints on top of pints, and then I have some pints on top of quarts. Right, I didn't want to put any more weight than I already have. So this is all chicken. This is all chicken. Here I've got some miscellaneous. I've got some chicken. I've got some spaghetti sauce that I canned in 2015. I've got some ham. I've got some sausage. I've got some turkey. These here are pretty awesome. This is bacon bits, okay? This is a hot packed bacon bits, and these are great for if you're making pizza and you want to sprinkle bacon over it, or if you're making an omelet or burritos. Those are outstanding. All right, I've used those a lot. My other protein section is going to be over here. This is some of my 2015 also. This is also miscellaneous. I've got meatloaf in here. I've got sausage in here. All right, I've got some broth in here. I've got some lard in here. Okay, so as you can see, I've separated all of the 15s from all of the 16s. And I've got some of the ones that I've canned this year hidden back where you won't be able to see it, just to make sure that we don't use those by mistake. All right, but they are all labeled, and we should be all right as far as not using them. Okay, so that's all of my protein as far as meats. Uh, if you can see all the way up top here, that's all my TP, right? We've got female sanitary items. We've got baby wipes. We've got paper towels. We've got a whole bunch of garbage bags. I probably have enough garbage bags for about 3 years. If we use one garbage bag about every 2 or 3 days, right? Still have some dog treats up there that we got on sale. Got some stretch paper, stretch plastic and parchment paper, all right? Which that's actually very, one of those small ones, the one that you see that says there 750, that'll last me about a couple of years easily. So we've got enough stretch plastic for a long time. Same thing with the parchment paper. That box right there is actually full of female hygiene items. Okay, there's about over 200 napkins, female hygiene napkins in there. All right. I also have a couple of stacks of bacon. All right, bacon and bacon bits. Okay, and then we'll start over here. This shelf here goes about 4 deep. Okay, and you can see that's my Mountain House. Those are my Mountain House meals. I've got that TVP, which I really don't like. It's one of my first preps. I'll probably end up taking that and turning it into dog food. Okay, and then replacing it with actual meat that's freeze-dried. All right, but this here section has all of my Mountain House meals and all of my meats. And I also put some of my hamburger blend in there as well. All right. And then here is kind of like my baking area. I've got my eggs, I've got my cheese, I've got my pancakes. I only have 1 can of that peanut butter. Okay, I figure it would be good for baking. And I've got some honey powder there. I've got several cans of those. And I also have some dough enhancer and wheat gluten. All right, this is really helpful when you're making bread, especially if you're making whole wheat bread. Okay, it's probably what I should have used. I should have used some of this when I was trying out that Oxen Farms honey wheat bread mix. That would have probably helped a lot as far as helping it rise and helping it be more pliable, right? So up here we've got just a variety of Oxen Farms meals and vegetables, all right? We've got some carrots. I have actually a vegetable garden seed that I got from Oxen Farms a while ago. I might use this summer. I'm not sure though if I'm going to use from seed or if I'm going to use from the start. Okay, and you can see I've got some things in here that I just throw in there because there's a little bit of room. And then here's my, more vegetables and things that I use for cooking. These onions, you guys know I love the peppers. On corn, you guys know I like this vegetables too as well. And then I've got several potato shreds. All right, here's my canned goods as far as protein goes. I got the Vienna sausages in there. Now, it's not a regular, but the kids do like it and they do eat it. So we probably go through about a case of these maybe every 6 months. Okay. Victor, what are you doing?
I'm taking this for myself.
Get out. I just finished.
Yes, let's take this spin.
What are you doing? Victor, get out of here.
Oh, is it canned bread? Oh, delicious.
I thought you didn't like that canned bread. You called it garbage.
Oh, Tang. They made this in
We
space.
have you open.
This is from
You
space.
just opened one of the big tangs before. Victor, get it.
Oh, look at this.
Victor, I'm gonna.
Milk.
Victor,
Evaporated milk.
put that stuff back, Victor.
It is mine now.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe Victor's always doing this. He thinks he can just come in here and go shopping. I'm sorry about that. Let's go ahead and continue. So as you can see, I've got some, corned beef hash. These things, this corned beef hash and the Spam, they last a very long time after their expiration date. I just ate one of these. Me and Little Miss Alaska Prepper ate one of these a couple of days ago. It was about a year expired. It tasted fine. We ate it with eggs. and stuff like that. But as you can see, I've got plenty of the Spam. I've got them dated. My oldest Spam is 17, so that's the next one we'll hit. And it figures that Victor took one of the 18s. He couldn't have taken one of the 17s. But we got some pulled pork. This pulled pork we just got because my wife wanted to try it. And we got it at Sam's Club, I think. And it really wasn't that great. It's not anywhere as close to as good as if you can it yourself. So we have about 8 cans of these. We won't be getting these again. This Dak ham is not bad. All right, I have had this Dak ham before. It's not bad. It's pretty good. But we have canned our own ham as well. Actually, we have some. And it's a lot better than this. But this is not bad if you can't can or if you don't have a canner. Okay, we're looking at the cheese in a can, which I've shown you guys before, and I like this product. It's a pretty good product. Actually, I've got a video, probably going to be doing it next week, depends on whether I get supplies or not, where I'm going to be doing some cheese preserving, actual cheese preserving. So be on the watch out for that. I'll try to do it as soon as I get my supplies. And back there in the rear, you guys can see my red feather butter in a can, right, which is awesome butter. Right, I've got my sweet potato pie filling, my B&M bread that Victor just grabbed the can of. I've got a few cans of shrimp and clams, and I've got some cans of spaghetti sauce. I'll probably only have about 15 or so cans of the spaghetti sauce left. Reason we got them is because we got them on sale last time. I think they were 25 cents a can. So we got a mess of them, and they're starting to dwindle now down. They haven't been on sale anymore. The only time I'll get these is if they're on sale. All right, if they're on sale and they're at a good price, because I think that the Oxen Farms tomato powder makes a much better spaghetti sauce than what these guys are. But for 25 cents a can, I couldn't pass it up. And as you can see here, I just got your regular soup in a can, and I only get these things when they're on sale. All right, same thing with the Manwich, Chef Boyardee. I know this kind of stuff is not the greatest, but the kids like it, and they'll eat it, and it's good comfort food. Okay, so up here, as you can see, guys, I got just your basic crackers, taco shells. I've got some of these boxed meals that, I'm not really a big fan of, but like I said, I got these on sale as well. All right, and they stay good a really long time after the expiration date. And I've got some cereal here, which I probably plan on putting these in a Mylar bag. I've got enough boxes here where I think I can fill up a 5-gallon Mylar bag. I think I have like 6 or 7 boxes of this cereal. Same thing, I got all of this stuff on sale, and we eat this stuff. Right, my family actually likes this. Our cupboard in the kitchen is actually full. It's probably about 3 boxes of cereal in there. But we did get it on sale. Okay, let's see. I got a whole bunch of peanut butter, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm very happy that I got all this peanut butter, because peanut butter, since I've been here in Alaska, has literally doubled. I remember when I bought this jar of peanut butter, I paid $1.20 for it. This is one of the smaller jars. It's the 15-ounce jars. I paid $1.20 for it. Right now, they're going for $2.50 and more for the exact same brand and for the same amount, right? $2.50 or more, all right? So I got some raisins back here, and raisins last a very long time, even if you leave them in their own package, okay? So I've got, we just got this box, but I've got a bag of raisins in our working pantry over there that we took out of this pantry a couple of weeks ago, and we've had it for, I would say, more than 3 years, and absolutely nothing wrong with it. Okay. Now you may be asking yourself, Alaska Prepper, why are you buying jam from the store? Well, I bought these, ladies and gentlemen, because they were on sale. And these are Smucker's All Naturals, and they're made with real sugar, all right, natural pectin and the fruit. And I think they have a little citric acid in them. That's it. And I think it's like 4 ingredients. There's no fructose or anything like that. So I'm like, you know what, on sale, I think I bought them for like $1.50 a piece or $1.25 a piece, something like that. So I went ahead and grabbed them because it's actually a good deal. And they're not bad either. And then here we got all of our jams. These are all of the jams that I actually jarred. We got some, I made some cherry pie filling a while back. I've got some, let's see, what is this? This, oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is orange marmalade right here. And you may be thinking, wow, it's a little bit dark. Yeah, it is. I canned it in 13. And the darkness, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that everything in there is breaking down and blending together. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I don't like orange marmalade like on my toast or biscuit or anything like that. But what I use this for is I take about half of this, half of the pint. I mix it with a little bit of either white vinegar or it could be apple cider vinegar. Mix a little bit in there. Maybe a 2-to-1 ratio with the 2 being the marmalade. And then I take that and I put it on as a glaze on top of my ribs. So about the last 15 minutes before my ribs are done, I'll take it and glaze it with this. Delicious. Delicious. All right, so I've got all different types of jams in there. I got blackberry jam, I've got blueberry jam, I've got strawberry, I've got some, what else? Raspberry. So I've got all different types of jams in there, okay? Here we've got a whole bunch of pie fillings, which actually you don't have to use it just as pie filling. There's a recipe that calls for a box of cake mix with this and a little bit of butter, and it makes an awesome turnover. All right. And then we've got our drink mixes here. Some of our drink mixes, a lot of the ones that I put away that I did that video in are way in the back because I know that I'm saving those for long-term storage. All right. And we've got some pecans here, which have been vacuum sealed and oxygen absorber in them. All right. So hopefully those will last a while. Here I got some vegetables and I've got some fruits. All right, so we just got some peas. I dehydrated these peas and vacuum sealed them in there with an oxygen absorber years ago. I'm waiting to see. I'm trying to see how long they can go before they look like, they're no good. It's more of an experiment, but I'm pretty sure that they're good. Right? Got a whole bunch of green beans. These are my carrots. I've probably got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 10 pints of carrots left that I jarred a while back. Some chicken broth that I found on sale. Whole bunch of peaches in a can and mixed fruits that were on sale. Got those as well, right? And then up here I've got a lot of my sweets. I've got all that honey that you saw me jar up the other day. I got some more blue agave. This here is an all-natural brown sugar, all right? It's a Spanish type of sugar. And I've got some, this is nasty. I'll never buy this again, but the kids like it. It's the Miss Butterworth syrup. And they use that still. So a little bit of vanilla. I got about 24 cans of condensed milk here, or evaporated milk. I've got 13 cans of condensed milk. I've got all my cakes back here, and I've got them by date. So when we're going to make a cake, this is the first one we're going to make. All right, if we want yellow, guess what? We're going to have this one. And then I've got all my spices here on this side. These are all my bulk spices. And I've got enough spices here for a really long time. All right. And this is the last bit of flour that I have that I'm going to use up. I have about 30 pounds or so that I'm actually going to bag up for long-term storage, all right, which is regular flour, because I am switching over to organic, but I will not get rid of the regular flour that I have. I'll use it and I'll put some of it away. So I'll probably do a video putting away the flour, because I've had a few people ask me, and I know I've done some videos in putting away dry foods before, but if I'm going to do it anyways, I'll probably do a quick video just to show those new subscribers, those of you that have been asking how you do it. All right, just a few containers of coffee, of the K-Cups. Well, in addition, we have that tote right there is full of K-Cups, coffee and teas. So there's probably about 2,500 K-Cups in there. All right. Same as here, this is full of coffee and napkins and tea. And the tea I've vacuum sealed with my food saver in bags. Okay. And then here I got my oils. I probably have about, 12 liters of regular olive oil, 2 liters of extra virgin. I have a mess load of canola oil, which I know canola oil is not supposed to be good for you, but guess what? I'm going to use it because I paid for it. I already paid for it. I'm not going to, throw it away or use it for something else. All right, so I've got some rice. I packaged this rice in 2014, and it looks just fine. All right. Got a little bit of coconut oil there in the corner, and I've got about 5 cases of mashed potato powder. All right. Those are actually excellent mashed potatoes. They're the ones that are sold in at Costco's. Let me show you what they look like. Each one of those boxes comes with 14 of these. And one of these little bags, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, is plenty for 4 people. All right, like plenty. There will be mashed potatoes left over. This thing turns into a boatload of mashed potatoes. All right. So that's what those are. I've got some. These are my empty jars here. I got a whole bunch of empty jars that are right in here. I've got some white vinegar put away. I've got about 5 more gallons put away in deep storage. I've got apple cider vinegar with mother in it. My olives that you guys saw me get that other payday prep. We've got some mayonnaise. You guys saw me get the Parmesan the other day. Plenty of ketchup and mustard. All right. And then, of course, this is strictly for medicinal purposes. Okay, strictly for medicinal purposes. And then I've got some of my first aid things here that I can get to in a hurry. All right. And then I've got a mess load of batteries as well. All right. If you guys get batteries, I would recommend the Duracell because they come with a 10-year shelf life. I believe I read somewhere, don't quote me, but I believe I read that they come with a 10-year shelf life at no less than 80%. So that means that after 10 years, they will still have at least 80% of their charge, if not more. Right? And I've always had really good luck with Duracell, so I like buying them. So, but that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, of course, right here we have a little bit of our third B of prepping, food for my third B of prepping. All right. And then just some miscellaneous items. I got a nice crowbar there. I got one of my holsters there. Got some flashlights that are still in a box. All right. And this is where I keep my cheap little pea shooter cage or pea shooter box. That's what we want to call it. But that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say something real quick to those of you that are starting to prep and that are new to prepping. Do not be intimidated, all right? I didn't do this yesterday, all right? I did not build this pantry yesterday, all right? This is years in the making, okay? But the main purpose of this is a lot of people say, I don't have room. I don't have room. This room is 8 feet by 9 feet, okay? And as you can see, the ceiling is kind of like slanted. So this is the high part of the ceiling. This is the low part of the ceiling. All right. So I would say that at the highest part of the ceiling, you're looking at about 9 feet tall. And at the lowest part of the ceiling, you're looking at about 7.5, close to 8 feet tall. I would say closer to 7.5. All right. So when those of you that think you don't have room, you have room. This right here is a walk-in closet. Okay. In an average house, this is a walk-in closet. All right. Or if you want to call it 2 regular closets in an average house. Okay, so don't be intimidated. Remember that slow and steady wins the race. And unless you take that first step, you're never going to get started. Okay, so if you're not prepping, if you're here for the first time, all right, I recommend that you click the subscribe button because you're going to get not only an entertainment value from this community, but this is a great community to be associated with, right? A lot of great people here. And you'll find that out the more time that you spend here with us. Okay. But if you're not prepping, I hope that this encourages you to at least think about it and start prepping. Because all of this food that I bought here, next year is going to be more expensive. All of this food is going to be more expensive next year. I guarantee it. It's a guarantee. All right. I don't think you'll be able to find. I remember when I bought that Spam, the one that's 2017. I think I bought it around 2013 or so. All right. That Spam, when I bought it, was less than $2, per can. Now it's almost $3 per can. All right, so it's almost doubled in price. All right, and you don't need an awful lot of room to be able to prepare. Now, if I didn't have any of these spirits here, look at how much more room I would have. All right, to actually put food in there and stuff. All right. But I do have more food and things like that in the back. There's some rice back there and things like that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need an awful lot of room. It's just how you use the space that you have. All right. And like I said, I hope this motivates you to start prepping if you're not prepping. If you're already prepping, I hope this motivates you to step up your game. All right. And not only step up your game, but um, talk to someone you love that maybe is not prepping and see what they think. And maybe they can start prepping as well. All right. Because, ladies and gentlemen, what it comes down to is that the more people that are prepared, the better that is going to be for you, for me, the better that it's going to be for your community. Because if FEMA comes around to hand out MREs and you don't need one, then your neighbor may be able to get that one. I recommend that if FEMA does come around and you're well prepared, you still go get your MRE. All right. And I'm using that as, I'm using MRE, whatever it is they're giving out. I suggest you get in line, no matter how well prepared you are, and get it. All right. And then you can secretly give that MRE away to someone who needs it. Maybe leave it in someone's doorstep or something like that at night. All right. That way they don't know that you're the one that's giving it. All right. You don't want to put yourself out there as being the person that has everything when no one else has anything. All right. And for those of you that are going to say, why am I showing this stuff? People are going to come and braid my house and take my stuff when the SHTF happens. Well, if during SHTF someone can make it all the way up to Alaska and come over here, I'll be more than happy. I'll be more than happy to say, come on in, man. If you made it all the way from, 300 miles away or from the lower 48s, there's more than enough room here for you to, be part of our community here. Okay. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this video any longer than what it already is. Like I said, I hope you guys are encouraged to start prepping. If you're not prepping, if you're prepping, go ahead and reach one, teach one, and repeat. That's what it's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in today. I truly appreciate all of you guys. I had a great time chatting yesterday, and it was a lot of fun giving away that pressure cooker. So till next time, remember to be good to each other, because when good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.